with Gorillawire TV. It's movies, music, comics, technology, games, relationships, taboo, paranormal, lifestyle, conspiracy theories, pop culture, humor, obscure. It's people sharing their thoughts, their insight, their opinions, and their voice.
What's up, everybody? I'm Phoenix Young, and this is Gorillawire TV episode 14. Well, it's that time of year again when you receive gifts and when you give gifts. However, this holiday season you need to be extra cautious. Here's field correspondent Lisa Miriam to give you the details.
Since this summer, the news has been filled with stories of unsafe toys made in China. Toys from well-known brand names like Mattel and Toys R Us. Millions of toys have been recalled, and boycotts of Made in China have gained in momentum. Between 43 and 69% of people say they aren't going to be buying Made in China this season. But is it all hype? Will Made in China really affect the choices people are making this year? And who do they hold accountable? Is it China or the brands that are made there? We hit the streets to find out. Have you heard about any recalled toys this year?
Yes, I think Mattel, right? Yeah, there was a lot of them actually with lead of them. So,
Are the recalls impacting what you're buying this season for Christmas?
I wasn't actually conscious of it when I was shopping right now. I had such a hard time just trying to decide what's good for what age, but I really wasn't thinking about like lead or anything like that. So,
who do you think is most responsible for the recalls?
well, I'm gonna say first the company, secondly irresponsible parents.
Will the recalls be impacting any of the decisions to buy things this year?
No, because he generally sticks to what he normally asks for, wrestling toys and stuff like that. We looked up, there was no problem with those toys.
Okay. And who do you hold responsible for the recalled toys?
Toy manufacturers, I guess.
So it's between China, government regulators, and the manufacturers. The people most responsible are.
Well, obviously the government has to oversee this. I mean, stuff coming into this country, especially for children, has to be monitored. I don't see how they cannot monitor it. And then the retail outlets actually should be looking into it as well.
Have you heard about the toy recalls this year?
Yes, I have.
Do any brands come to mind?
I think of Mattel. That's about it.
Does the recall impact your opinion of Mattel?
Yes and no.
How so?
I really question why we are sending our jobs to China instead of keeping our jobs here in the U.S. for our own people to work and get money.
Who do you hold most to blame? Is it China or the American brands themselves?
Probably the U.S.
The U.S. government or the brands?
I would say it's the companies themselves. They want cheap labor instead of giving jobs to the American people. They want to send it elsewhere.
Have you heard about the recalled toys this year?
Yes,
Yes,
with the lead.
we have. Do any brand names come to mind first?
Oh, I want to say Mattel, but I don't even want to put them out there like that.
You mentioned Mattel. Does the recall have any impact on your opinion of Mattel?
Of course it does. I mean, if they're sending out toys and then you have to send them back because they're not usable by children, that's scary almost. So I think that is a big, big deal. That's why I said I don't even want to say their names if it's not true, because that could make anybody change their mind on if they're purchasing, and I know they're a large toy company, so.
Have you heard about the toy recalls this year?
Yes, I have. So we're staying away from the Mr. Potato Head and the, veggie tail type. Anything that has paint on it from China, we're not getting. Hasbro, that's from Rhode Island, where I'm from, we don't really hear a lot bad about them. So, but if it's, we look at the box to make sure it's not. A lot of Hasbro is made in Rhode Island, so that's a safe one that we would buy. But if it says China on it, we're not getting it.
About the recalls of toys this year.
Oh yeah, the Dora the Explorer one, wasn't it?
Yeah. Mattel toys. You see, we're from Ireland, so I don't know if we get the same as you get, that in Ireland all the Mattel toys are being recalled because of the lead in the paint or something.
Do the recalls impact your opinion of the Mattel brands?
Yeah. I wouldn't go near it. Wouldn't buy Mattel now because you wouldn't take a chance. You know,
And so it will impact what you're buying for toys this year?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And who do you hold most accountable for the recalls?
management at Mattel, they should know that their producers are using the products. They should check it out properly. You know, it's the top level that should know what's going on. It's not down to the boy in the street.
So is it China to blame or the manufacturers?
Or the manufacturers, definitely.
It's hard to find any good toys because, you know, children are looking for something, but you got to go what you could go with, you know, try to do the best.
Which brands come to mind as being recalled first?
Fisher-Price. The Fisher-Price one is shocking. That's a top name, and that's, you know, sad to know that it's a lot of the toys is being recalled behind that.
Who do you hold most responsible, the manufacturers or China?
The manufacturers. I think because in between the factories being so old, they don't have the time to clean, you know, the products or the materials that's making out of it. So it sits there, so it builds up. And then that's the way, you know, it goes on. So once it builds there, then it's just going to accumulate it and it's going to be there.
So it's not China, it's the manufacturers or the other way around?
I think it's the manufacturers. I really think it's the manufacturers that's doing it. Because like I said, the factories are old. They don't have time to clean the factories, so it's just built up on it.
Okay, so what did we learn? Just about everybody's aware of the recalls, and most people mention Mattel first. And they blame the manufacturer, not China. But in terms of behavior, a surprising number of people aren't changing their purchases at all.
Well, that's it for now, everybody. Until the next Gorillawire TV episode, which will be in 2008. See you all next year. Well, for all you cool people that do watch Gorillawire TV, and if you don't, then get with the program. I'm gonna go drink my eggnog now. I won't be needing this anymore.